Well, I guess since Stan quit a little bit early, we'll start, or we'll start a little bit early. That makes sense. Did I say that right? Stan quit early, so we'll start early. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, here's what we got set up today. Okay, it's been first off, it's been pouring rain off and on all morning, and now the rain has for now has stopped, which means everything's soaking wet and the sun's coming out and the humidity levels are absolutely unbearable. But we're going to bear them. We're going to stick it out. We're going to try to see if we can't catch fish today. This is not the spot I wanted to get to, but you know what? We're going to make do with what we got. But anyway, starting off from the bottom down there on your left, you got the 10-foot Ancient Mariner Challenger's bait casting rod. We've got a chunk of a freshwater shad on there. Bear with me, we'll get to it. It's a chunk of shad on there. Next to that, we've got the J&S Signature Series rod. That is thing two. Yeah, my J&S rods are thing one and thing two. Anyways, thing two down there has a shad head on it, freshwater. Now we're getting where it's going to be interesting, and we're going to see if this is going to work. I don't know. The next rod we got in line there is the other 10-foot Ancient Mariner bait casting rod with a brand new RCT reel on it. And that one has a chunk of, that's a mullet head, mullet head. That sounds like call somebody to be an insult. It's got a mullet head on it. Next to that is the second J&S Signature Series rod. That is thing one, man. The fish are jumping down in that water. Did y'all see that crap? And it has got believe it or not, it's got a blue crab on it. That's right, you heard me, a blue crab. So these three rods here are going to be saltwater bait. And then we got Black Betty right there. You can only see about half of her. The rest of her is up there in the sky somewhere. But we'll deal with that when if she catches the fish, we'll bring her down where you can see her. But it has the other half of that mullet. We've got the mullet head on the green rod. We've got the mullet body on Black Betty. Anyways, let me throw these rods out real quick. This screen's going to get where I can't see it because of that stupid sun. I just soon it stay cloudy. But let's get some baits in the water. What do you say? Let me get down there and get it done. Man, if I catch something way down here, it's going to be a fun run. I'm telling I don't like how that's sick. Man, that blue crab stinks. The blue crab. Well, that's deep. That's the deep spot right there. One to go. Black Betty with the mullet on it. Get on down there. Get on down there. There it is. All right, 5 rods out. Now we can sit back and relax and see what's going to happen. I'm going to get these weeds out of my way so I don't slip on them whenever I take off down there. If I have to take off down there. All right. Oh, crap. Chair's not sitting in a good spot. That is not fun. Get this thing settled in here. There we go. Whew, God, I'm out of breath just from that throwing those rods out. The humidity just sucks the life right out of you. Okay, let's start off at the top here. We got Mike Sampson in the house. Mike Sampson, good morning to you. My buddy, Miss Lisa Swain, catfishing lady. I love the new name, girl. Just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Just, just tell them who you are. That's what I do, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Michael Grumpy Vet, what's going on? God, I'm out of breath, you guys. Just that little bit of work right there. And part of it's the humidity, really. There's Paul Boyd in the house. What's going on? Says, hey, Danny and everyone. I'm going to bring the umbrella down here, I think. Keep that sun off of me. Whew, God. And boy, it didn't take long to get to the bottom of that. Back down to, there's Lisa Elliott. What's going on? Say good afternoon and good luck. All right, we are fishing. Let's see what happens. Like I said, the first 3 rods we got here on our right, those have saltwater baits on them, mullet and blue crab. And the 2 rods down there have got a shad that I just caught probably about 30 minutes ago. So you got fresh water down there at the bottom, salt water up here at the top. And we're going to see, will these catfish eat the saltwater baits? I hooked up on one catfish last night on a piece of mullet, but that was the only decent bite that I got. I had some peck at it, and I'm wondering if they were just like tasting that that middle rod that with the crab on it, with the blue crab on it, just got tapped. But I'm wondering if they were just like tasting that and realizing it was salt water and something was not quite right. They were like, "Whoa, what is that?" and spit it out because they would grab it and bump the rod, and then they wouldn't touch it again. So they might have got a taste of it and said, "No, no, I'm not doing that." But we're going to find out today. This is the experiment: freshwater versus saltwater. As far as our baits go, let's see what happens. And because there's not saltwater baits are not a common thing or not anything that they would normally eat here. We did put out 3 rods with saltwater and 2 with freshwater. We know they'll eat freshwater baits if they're biting. But the question is, will they eat saltwater baits? So we put out an extra rod on that to find out. Because I don't think freshwater needs a I don't think it needs an advantage or even uh, a fair shot because we know they'll eat freshwater. Let's see. Finicky Mississippi catfish. They are lately, man. I tell you. Man, I just hope we can get on some fish. Now, I've been in just a fish slump for quite a while now. Um, the area that I fish normally, um, it's been hit really hard commercially. Commercial catfishermen are coming in and getting them out there and stuff. And when we've had 2.5 years, it would go drought. Now it's finally got water back in the river, and it may just take a while for them to adjust. And because when we were going through that 2.5 years of drought, after a year, I finally figured it out and started getting on some big catfish during the drought. Oh, there's a sweet, sweet, cool breeze blowing right now. If that would stay with us all day, this would be amazing. It'd be absolutely amazing. I need to raise that camera up a bit more. There we go. Yeah, let's see here. And there's Mike's Outdoor Adventures. Hey, Danny, how's it going? Just got set up, buddy. We went live a little bit early because Stan left early. So we thought, you know what? If he's going to leave early, we'll start early. We started just about 15 minutes early. Let's see here. To be exact, 11 minutes, 45 seconds early. Or something like that, I think. Let me see. No, I don't know. We started early. I don't feel like doing the math right now. I'm too tired. Yeah, I fished last night with Chris and V from Catch Fish with Us. And we shut down at midnight. I got home and by the time I got a shower, got something to eat, and got to bed, it was 2 o'clock in the morning. And then my alarm went off at 5 this morning, and I just slapped the crap out of it. I'm like, I don't think so. So I was running way behind. Oh, what's that? A bite on the green rod there? That's got a mullet head on it. Mullet head. It's got a mullet head. So something just tapped the mullet head. And see, that's what they were doing last night on them saltwater baits. They'd bump them, taste of them, and then they wouldn't hit them again. But we were fighting some really adverse conditions last night. We were fishing a different spot than this. There was a lot of trash on the river, big tree limbs and logs, and junk floating down everywhere. And it was just really, really difficult to fish. I was fishing in a really, really, really rocky spot. Well, if that sun stayed behind them clouds, we'd be good to go. Let's see, there's Fishing and Cooking with Mike Chavez in the house. What? How are their friends and neighbors? Stan just disappeared. Yeah, he left early. Mike Irvin, welcome in. Paul Boyd saying hi to Mike Chavez. I do have the link pinned at the top of the chat. Anybody wants to hop up in here. You know what? I hate this vertical screen stuff. Uh, I'm not doing it to try it because they say you do vertical, you get more views and you get more subscribers. Well, I do it because I can't see the freaking chat when I turn it horizontal, which I prefer. I'd rather have the horizontal screen and see it, don't have the black parts on each side, there and there. You get full screen with the horizontal. But if I do that, I can't see the chat. And I think they do that on purpose. And I don't like being made to do what they want me to do. They ought to give you the choice. But because they fixed it now where you can't see your chat, and what really makes me mad is I'm paying for this StreamYard. And if I'm paying for it, then by George, I ought to be able to see my chat. But if you turn this thing horizontal like I like it, yeah, you can see like one comment at a time. And you got to scroll through this little bit tiny window and just read one comment at a time. You can't see the comments above or below it. Whatever comment you're reading, that's what you're looking at. I do not like that. I think it's bull crap. And I'm, if they're, I thought whenever I paid for the subscription to StreamYard that would go away. Well, it didn't. So when I get home, I'm going to cancel my subscription to StreamYard too. If they can't get this stuff like we like it, like we're the ones using it, we're the ones paying for it. So you know what? Customers always right. Do you need to set it up where we can do what we want to do the way we want to do it? Boy, that mullet head is getting tapped again. There may be maybe a little bit of interest in that mullet head. Oh yeah, he thumped the crap out of it. Let's see if he's gonna get that. I don't know. He pulled down on it and then stood the rod back straight up. Now, I hope that rock holds that rod. I don't have a rod holder in that. And the two rods closest to the water, I definitely got them in rod holders because if they pull out of rocks and hit the river, I'm never getting them back. So we wedged them in there good. We don't want to lose those. And I've got that rod there stuck down in some rocks and leaning against that tree. But if he pulls hard enough to size it along that tree, he may get that rod. I need to figure out some way to secure it a little bit better. That fish is running upstream. That line was going straight out, and now it's pointing straight upriver. So I don't know if he's just swimming with it and not putting any pressure on the rod. Have to keep an eye on it. See. Let me back up here. I'm getting lost. Let's see. Anybody else come in that I missed? I know they did. I just want to come way up to it. Uh, Fishing, cooking, shop. Man, everybody saying hi. Lisa Swain. There's Gabe Horn. Are you fishing in freshwater or saltwater? I'm on the Mississippi River, 100% up in southeast Missouri. We are fishing in fresh water. But I just got back from the Gulf Coast. I was in the state of Mississippi fishing the Gulf all week this week. I just got back Friday night. But while I was down there, uh, I threw my cast net and I caught some mullet. I caught some ladyfish. I set my crab traps out. I got some blue crab and some menhaden. Several. I got a bunch of different saltwater bait fish, fish that people commonly use for bait down there. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna take some of these back home and throw them out in fresh water and see if anything will eat them. So it's kind of an experiment we're doing right now. But yeah, I'm back home in Missouri on the Mississippi River. And we've got, like I said, we've got freshwater baits down there and saltwater baits up here. Kevin Melvin, man, that is one of my Army buddies. Me and Kevin were probably closer than anybody else. Me, him, and a guy named Mark Kratz. Uh, that was the three guys right there that just could not be separated when we were in service together, man. I mean, I call all my Army buddies brothers, but they're the ones that were absolutely, uh, man, you couldn't get no more blood kin than those two guys right there. And I got to get up there. Kevin Melvin lives up, he lives up there in Missouri about 5 hours away from me. And he's got some really awesome trout fishing. And I keep telling myself, Danny, set up a date. You got to go up there and fish, catch trout with Kevin. I went up there a couple of years ago and I haven't been back. I need to go up there and fish with him. But I want to do this time, I shot some footage very little. We was having so much fun catching trout. I said, forget the cameras. I put them up. I didn't even mess with them. But I want to go up there and fish with Kevin. And this time, we're not only going to just shoot footage. If we've got signal there, we're going to do a whole live stream. We're going to go live there, trout fishing. I'll get a hold of Kevin and set that up. We'll see what we can do. Go vertical. I hate vertical. Yeah, we're vertical right now. I wish I could set this thing horizontal. But like I said, if I do, I can't read chat at all. Burko's Fishing Adventures. Welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. There's Mike Irvin back again. Let me scroll, see if I missed anybody. Want to be outdoors, Maddie. We're definitely gonna be setting something up with Maddie pretty soon, I think. Maddie don't live that far from me. You drop down into Arkansas. I'm in the bottom half of Missouri, and he's in the top half of Arkansas. But me and Maddie fished together several times. But we're definitely gonna be setting up something with him real soon, and go fishing with Want to Be Outdoors. My brother Matt. Let's see. Uh, did fish the Twisted Cats tournament? Okay, Dad fished the Twisted Cat tournament yesterday. He didn't even get a bite. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Cause dadgum, dude, and he's good too. I mean, if he's not getting on any fish, that's bad. Okay, because normally he at least gets on fish, gets a few. For him to not even get a bite, now that is not very encouraging for me right now. Because that's up around Perryville. I believe that's where the Twisted Cats was. Is at Perryville? Um, yeah, didn't even get a bite. Man, that just absolutely sucks. Because here's the thing: when the fishing is decent up there where them guys are, it sucks here. And when it's really, 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 really good up there, then it's okay here. This spot here is way harder to fish than where those guys fish up there around Perryville and stuff, from where they're from. And up there around Jerry Parker's neck of the woods. The thing about it up there, and I'm trying to figure out what the deal is. But the Mississippi River up there where Jerry Parker's at is about half as wide as it is here. And so I've often wondered, with this river being like twice as wide here as it is up where Jerry's at, it are the fish like spread out more? You know understand what I'm saying? Are they like spread out to where it's hard to get on them? Whereas where Jerry's at, it kind of bottlenecks them and shoves them together a little bit closer together, so they're concentrated a little bit more there. I know I can go up there where Jerry fishes and get on fish way easier. Uh, than I can here in my neck of the woods. It's a lot easier to catch them up where Jerry's at. It's got way better structure. Um, it just everything up there seems to be just like better. You know what I'm saying? It's more suited for the catfish. Want to be outdoors to see. Oh, man, I hate having to squint to see this screen. Anybody else new come in? Everybody saying hi to everybody. Hey, Horn. Let's see, Greg. Gabe Horn's also I live in Biloxi. Oh, really? Man. Yeah, they told me when I was down there in Mississippi, I was out throwing my cast net along there. I was down at Waveland, Mississippi, and the Bay of St. Louis. Those were the two spots I fished at. And the guy told me, he said, dude, if you'd been here a week ago and you throw the cast net and you pull up a net so full of shrimp that you could fill up 3 5-gallon buckets with one throw. He said, but all that rain and stuff we got poured in there and that fresh water moved in, thing too down there is getting bumped a little bit too. So we got 2 rods that are getting tapped on, but they're not very aggressive. So we'll just have to keep an eye on them. Hopefully they'll get crazy, just bend it and go nuts. But anyways, what I was saying, yeah, he said if I'd have been down there a week earlier, they were catching shrimp. He said the speckled trout were up in there just blowing up on top water, redfish. He said everything. But when that all that rain hits that salt water and it kind of dilutes it, those fish move out of there and they go out deep and get away from that fresh water coming in there. They do not like that. And the shrimp move out of there. So if we'd have been there a week earlier, um, but you don't know what's going to happen like that. We planned our vacation a year in advance, and uh, how you going to know that it's going to rain? Oop, he's getting a little bit aggressive on that down there. I may have to fix. I might have to move down there in just a second, guys. That other rod line is crossed over that too, so that's going to be an issue right there. That green rod is slack and land across it. Let me move down there and see what's going on right there because I got two lines crossed. Give me a second, guys. What steep old hill I got to climb up. He was hitting on that pretty hard. He's slacked off now. We'll just keep an eye on it. But that green rod there, I threw it straight out, and now it's straight up that way. It's actually crossing that line. But the bite that that rod down there is getting has got nothing to do with that rod there. It's because it's underneath it. It's separate. But that's the shad head and the mullet head. Those are the two rods that just got tapped on quite a bit. There's a big old gar out there. That's not gonna be fine. Let's see. Hell yeah, brother. Good times. Man, I'm behind on chat again. Want to be? You can use YouTube itself and have a one-person panel with you. Hold on. Use YouTube itself and have one person on panel with you. Oh, okay. I get it. YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. I was actually in this exact spot one day and I tried to go live on YouTube and it said I didn't have strong enough signal and kept shutting it down. I don't know what the deal was with that. Let's see. Biloxi's nice. We used to vacation here and was fortunate enough to find a job down here. Man, it is nice down there. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Uh, I didn't. I haven't been to Mississippi enough to give it a fair assessment. But just from the week that I just spent down there, um, it's awesome. I would love to do a lot more fishing down there. But as of right now, I know how to fish Florida. I've got Florida pretty much figured out, and I can go pretty much anywhere in Florida and catch fish because it's weird how you can move up that coastline and you have to change tactics so drastically. It's just ridiculous. But I haven't quite got Mississippi figured out. And I went down there at the when it was a bunch of rain and stuff. So Mississippi did not get really a fair shot of me making up my mind how I feel about it. Went at the wrong time, and it was the uh, first time I fished in that area. So I wasn't really sure about what I was doing. I was using just standard tactics for saltwater. We did catch a bunch of sharks though, which is what the kids wanted to go do in the first place. So we did accomplish that goal. The whole trip was basically centered around the grandkids getting to catch a few sharks. and anything we got after that was just icing on the cake. But we did get the sharks, caught 6 altogether, I believe it was, and missed like 5 of them. They were breaking uh, biting the leaders in half, and kept losing them until I had to re-rig with some steel leaders, and we finally started getting a little bit better success rate on them. Oh, you meant horizontal? Yeah, Kevin. If I put it horizontal, it looks better, but I can't see the freaking chat. Yeah, and I hate that. Okay. I wish I could see the screen. I went to the White River yesterday. They were pushing a lot of water from upriver. Couldn't keep 10 ounce down. I did get some skips through, though, so not a bust. Oh, I've never fished for skips on the White River. Never have. Raptor Ranch. Hello, everyone. I'm new here. I'm from northern Wisconsin on Lake Superior. Man, you talking about some cool fishing up there. They got some weird, freaky fish up there, too. The burbot and all that good stuff, man. It's up there around Lance McCouguy's area. Yeah, welcome in, Raptor. Roddy Royal. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, Rowdy. Good to see you. Small water charge. I got Danny stoned and I missed it. John, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. I tell you what. He's a good fella, though. He's all right. Austin Ormsby. What's up? That's my cousin Austin, guys. And Austin has actually fished with me in this spot right here. And coming up on the WOTS tournament, the WOTTS, way out there tournament series, they've got coming up is a jug lining tournament. And I'll be in that tournament with my cousin, Austin Ormsby. We will be on the kayaks. These are the plans we've got. You know, sometimes plans go astray. But as of right now, our plan for the jug lining tournament is going to be me and Austin Ormsby. We're going to be on a couple of kayaks and chasing those jugs. That's what we got in mind. We're going to hope that all works out for us. As of right now, everything's a go. So I'm excited about it and looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Real Florida starts below Daytona. I, you know what? Y'all's just too dang wild for me down there. It's just too daggum wild. I want to go and relax and fish. And you get down there in that southern part of Florida where John is, uh, just too much shenanigans going on for me. People acting up and acting stupid. It's just too damn wild. Too wild. I like the laid back. I stay up there to panhandle with all the old retired folks and stuff. They're laid back. They don't do all that crazy stuff. People out raising hell in the streets and just crazy. See, I have Army brothers who live in Gulfport, Mississippi. Nice. Jerry Hager, good morning, and y'all from Nebraska. Nebraska. Jerry Hager's from Nebraska. Everybody saying hi to everybody again. I'm trying to get caught up here, guys. Daddy, do you like catching tarpon? I got a bay boat, and they're my favorite to fly fish. I've only tarpon fished one time in my life. Um, yeah, it's real exciting and stuff like that. But I'm more of a when I'm doing saltwater fishing, um, I'm but more or less just targeting other than a few sharks, I'm targeting fish that I want to eat. Because here's the thing. As much as I love a good plate of fried catfish and stuff, oh, that rod right down there just getting bounced on. Hold on here. As much as I love a good plate of fried catfish, um, freshwater fish is no match for saltwater fish as far as table fare. I prefer saltwater fish over freshwater fish any day of the week. To me, they taste better. Uh, you know, you just have to have you a plate of catfish and a plate of some fish from the ocean or from the Gulf, and take a bite of each, and you tell me, you tell me, and to each its own. If you prefer the freshwater fish, which like I said, don't get me wrong, I love some fried catfish, some fried crappie, stuff like that. But if you throw a plate of saltwater red snapper, pompano, grouper, you throw any of that in front of me, I'm gonna fire it up and just absolutely enjoy it because it's just to me it's just so much better than freshwater fish. So Wolf's Den Outdoors. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Everybody saying hi to him. I'm getting down there and working our way to the bottom. Dave Bozarth in the house. I don't think I said hi to him yet. LJ, you guys, that's a daggum. I can never remember his name. Danny, how are things, buddy? Good, good. I mean, it's hot, it's humid, and the fish aren't biting. Other than that, everything's great. Let's see. My Sunday is back to normal. Danny Stone is on and on the Mississippi. Yeah. But I tell you what, though, I hope you guys enjoyed last week. We went live a few times through the week out there fishing off the pier and, uh, and off the rocks around the pier and everything, and catching sharks and black drum, sheep's head, a bunch of hardhead catfish. Oh my God, I got so sick of those type things. And we got one gaff top catfish that's pretty good. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Lisa Swain, August 23rd from 5 to 11 p.m. Yes, ma'am. We are signed up for that, and Austin Ormsby and I will be on the kayaks. We're going to have to make sure my lights all work, though. I have to get that all rigged up and worked out. Let's see. G. Michael, just because I took Daddy's place don't mean you got to shoot me down. What did he say? What did Michael say? Oh, okay. I see it. Lisa, I think he's talking about back to normal because I was fishing saltwater all week. That's what I'm going to believe. He was saying, oh, Daddy's down there fishing saltwater. We want him back on the Mississippi River. Lisa did an absolutely fantastic job covering my time slot last week. And I'm going to tell you, anytime, anytime that something's going on that I can't do a Sunday show, I promise you, all I got to do is send Lisa a half a text message or a half a Facebook messenger message. And before I even finish saying anything, she's like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Do what you got to do. I got it. Because Lisa's like that, man. She's ready. She's got your back. She's got your back. And she did an absolutely fantastic job. I was actually driving to Mississippi last Sunday when Lisa was doing the show, and I got to watch the whole thing while I was driving down there. And Austin Morby ready for the unloading in kayaks from, hold on, ready for it, unloading the kayaks from yesterday. Went to Jack's Fork. Okay. Man, I haven't been up to Jack's Fork in forever. Oh my God, it's been so long. Not in Okeechobee. This is the country, son. More cows than people. I know what he's talking about. Raptor Ranch. FYI, I'm a girl. I love to hunt, fish, retired veterans nurse. Oh my God. I like you even better. You know what? I like you even better right now. Every word you said made me like you just a little bit more until I just love you to death. You're awesome, Raptor Ranch. Glad to have you in here. I am a veteran myself. The guy in here earlier, Kevin Melvin, we were in the Army together. Uh, our last duty station that we were together was at Fort Ord, California. And I left Fort Ord and got out of the Army. And I've been up to, and Kevin moved back here. He moved here to Missouri, and he owns a bunch of land up here. And we're up close to Montauk State Park, and runs a successful business up there. Well, I think he's retired now, though. I'm not sure. He may be retired now. It's been a minute since I've been up there to see him. It's been a couple, 2 or 3 years, but I'm gonna get back up there and see him. But yeah, he's a veteran too. We got several veterans in here. Look, I mean, I'm. If you can't say Michael Grumpy Vet, you know, figure it out. Oh my God. See, look how clear that water was earlier. And look at this trash starting to move in here ever since I got the rod set up. You see that crap? There was none of this stuff here when we set up. And now here it comes. Here it comes. It's just going to start building up junk in this eddy and piling up on me. It's going to make life just even more miserable. But you know what? We're going to stick it out, see if we can't catch fish out of this crap. But yeah, this was cleared up. There wasn't no debris floating on top, and now here we go. It just come big pile of it come floating down the river, and it's going to pile in here on us. Is what it's going to do. Gulf of America, you got that right. Tarpon on fly used to be one of my bucket list fishing. Then I had two spinal surgeries. Don't think it'll happen now. It would be tough. Um, some of these big fish, man, if you've got lower back issues or any kind of back issues at all, it takes a lot of your dreams away from you. Um, everybody's always talking about they want to catch a Goliath grouper, the big giant Goliath grouper. I have no desire right now whatsoever at all to ever tangle with the Goliath grouper because it would just wind up getting me hurt, and it would not be a it not be a pleasant experience for me by the time it's all said and done. I'll say that. So yeah, sometimes as you get older and things happen, you got to start taking some things off your bucket list that you know you're just not going to get to do. Danny, have you caught any fish yet? Not yet. We had a couple little bites, but the fishing's been tough here. I hooked into one fish last night, and they fished the Twisted Cats tournament uh, a couple of hours upstream from me yesterday, and a bunch of the guys that I know that always catch fish didn't even get a bite. Didn't even get a bite. Have a great day, folks. We're heading to Donkey Land this evening. Catch them up there. All right, John. Thank you. I'm sure he's probably already gone by the time I got to that. Red snapper are delicious. I catch them around bridge pilings and micro fellas. Yeah. I know most of the places I fish at red snapper that it has a pretty short season, I think. Yeah, there's a little window where you can get in there and catch some red snapper and keep them. I'm trying to bump ahead real fast. I see Lisa Swain. I'm out fishing now, Michael. Where, Lisa? I can't see you. Well, the link is pinned at the top of chat. If anybody's out there fishing, they will come up. Berlinda, Danny, how's your drinks? Have you drank enough? You away from sun. Well, it's kind of overcast and cloudy right now. The humidity sucks, but I'm not really getting beat up by the sun. And yes, I've got a cooler up there with all kinds of drinks in it and stuff and everything. So yeah, I should be in good shape. Yeah, if I get out here and I'm having to drink a lot of fluids, if I get down to my last bottle of water or whatever, I usually quit because you want to save that last bottle of water because you pack all this stuff up and carry it up to the truck and did it you're absolutely dehydrated, sweating, you're wore out. And if you drink all your water, you're in trouble. So I leave one bottle of water that I don't drink it until got all the gear packed up and put in the truck, and then I'll drink that bottle of water for the drive home. Danny John is sending me some Crimson Reds and some German Steel to try out. Nice, Michael. You're gonna love them. The Crimson Reds, that's my signature hook. I love them. Uh, that's the hook I use more often than any others. But I do have the German Steel hooks on too. I've got I got 5 rods out, and 3 of them have the Crimson Reds on them, and 2 of them have the 12-aught German Steel hooks on them. And when we were shark fishing all this past week, almost every shark, well, something just hit that mullet head again. When we were shark fishing all this past week, that's the 2 hooks that we caught all the sharks on. We caught most of them on the 12-aught German Steel hooks, but we did land some sharks on the Crimson Red wide gap 8-aught hooks. We did get a couple sharks on that. I think we caught 6 sharks. I think 3 of them were on the Crimson Red, 3 of them were on the 12-aught German Steel hook. It was pretty much an even split. Mm. Let's see. It's always good to have Lisa on panel. I agree, 100%. It absolutely. And Verlina saying hi to Jeremy. Let me see which Jeremy is she talking to. I don't see. La di da di da. I wonder if Jerry Parker's made it to Costa Rica yet. He should be there by now. Yeah, and Whisker Wards have been handed over. I'm not sure why it corrected to Jeremy. Hello, Jerry. Okay, now it makes sense. I thought I didn't even see Jeremy sneak in here. I kind of thought that might be what it was. Let me see here. Hello, Michael. Are we almost along? There's actually a nice breeze once in a while, too. Smells like rain here. It has been pouring rain all morning. I just now it stopped right before we went live. The rain cut out, but see that puts a whole lot of humidity there because now it's kind of sun's trying to pop in and out of the clouds. We got a little overcast sky, but when it starts drying that rain out, oh my God, the humidity is just unbearable. Let's see, living life daily with Jay. Hello from Tallahassee, Florida. Nice, Jay. Man, I tell you what, that's one of my dreams to live in Florida. Absolutely. No offense to Missouri, but me and my wife have had that discussion so many times that if we had to pick uh, a state to move into and that we just absolutely wanted to live in, Florida's at number one, top of the list, without a doubt. And see, I'm getting all this trash floating here now. Here comes a big old log right there floating down through here. Let's see if he's going to get in any of my lines and wreak havoc. If if he gets wrapped up on my lines, I'll reel that log in and I'll throw it up on the bank where it won't get us again. Because I'm fishing an eddy, so all this stuff just goes around in a big circle. So if you see it coming by here in about 10, 15 minutes, it's going to come by again. It's just going in a loop. It's caught in a loop. Let's see here. Michael, these RCT hooks are the best I've used. I absolutely back them 100%. Let me see if that log's going to miss some lines. I'm looking and I'm watching. It missed Black Betty. It missed that one. It's going to miss that one, I think. I don't know. It might get those two rods there. That log may get those two rods and that one right there. It's going to get the last three rods. I think that log's going to catch them. I'll have to wait and see. It's heading right for them. And that's the three rods that have been getting tapped on and getting some kind of a bite. So naturally, that's the three rods that's going to go screw up. See how your luck goes? That's just how it is. It said hi to Lloydies. Let's see. He wants me to convert my brother-in-law from Eagle Claw True Turn to RCT hooks. Well, that's a good conversion right there. He won't regret it. He will not regret it. Brilliant. Well, our goal is to make it a little more in your face and bring up anglers and show videos, etc. Good team with making positive changes. Did that miss some other three rods? I think it did. I don't see them moving. That log's right down there floating right on top where two of those rods are. Excuse me. If Jerry went to Costa Rica, I wonder if they checked his prison pocket. May take a while. If they didn't, they made a huge mistake. They made a huge mistake. Because I guarantee you, Jerry, Jerry can, uh, Jerry can smuggle a pineapple into a foreign country or back here and be completely naked. You figure it out. Loop Daddy. I've been an Eagle Claw user, won many tournaments with them. We'll give them a proper test. Okay. Yeah, I grew up using Eagle Claw hooks. I caught a lot of fish on Eagle Claw hooks. And it took me a long time to switch from a J hook to the circle hook. Um, I fought it like anybody else would. They're like, I don't like all that fancy, goofy, crazy, turny, weird stuff. I'll just use my Eagle Claw J hook, and it's done me fine. But I've caught way bigger fish since I've started using the bigger circle hooks because it seems to hook up better whenever you're not paying attention. A J hook, they swallow it a lot of times, and you wind up killing fish. That's my biggest thing about J hooks is so many fish swallow it, and you wind up killing them. If I get a huge catfish that swallows a J hook, I don't even try to get it out of him. I just cut the line down inside of his mouth as close as I can and let him go, and that hook will fall apart. It'll rust. The acid in his stomach will eat it up, and he'll just poop it out. Let's see. Tried many hooks over the last 20 plus years, and will never switch from RCT now. There you go, sis. That's what I'm talking about. I've had more broken swivels and straightened hooks from them than all other combined. Yeah. Um, the the Eagle Claw hooks I always used were the bait holder hooks, and so they're generally you're looking at maybe a 2/0, something like that is what I used most of the time, and they just weren't big enough. Uh, I would always wind up breaking that hook in these rocks. If I get it hung up and pull real hard, that hook would snap because they're real brittle. Let's see. My stream yard is being a butt. It says my mic and camera isn't allowed, but it's marked allowed. Oh well. Huh. Turn your phone off, turn it back on. I can't even view YouTube on Wi-Fi anymore. It will only open with phone data. That's stupid. Yeah, it is stupid. Matt, I don't know what's going on. Okay. I switched to Gamakatsu a couple decades ago, but since finding out about the growing catfish community, I support small businesses now. Yep. Gamakatsu is a good hook too. I used Gamakatsu for years. Matter of fact, if I went up there and got in the truck and drug through the tackle bag way down to the bottom there, I probably got a couple packs of Gamakatsu hooks. But I really love the strength in these German steel hooks, and I love on the Crimson Reds. I love that wide gap on that. It's an 8/0 hook, but it's got a really freaking wide gap on it. And I caught my biggest fish on that Crimson Red 8/0 hook. Isn't it funny? It's an 8/0 hook, and I caught an 88.82 pound blue cat on an 8/0 hook. I just now realized that. It's just 88888 all across the place. 8/0 hook got an 88.82 pound blue cat. That's a lot of eights. And I think we're at the bottom of the chat finally. Well, I know you had one, two, three rods that got tapped on. I doubt very seriously if they've got that bait off there. I don't know. They might have. There could be a few turtles out there. I don't catch turtles on the Mississippi River, the main river. We had that conversation last night during a show. They said it might be turtles. I said, y'all have never caught a turtle on the Mississippi. I've caught turtles on the the little drainage ditches and the tributaries that dump into the Mississippi. I've caught turtles there. But as far as actually catching a turtle on the Mississippi, nope, I've never caught one on the Mississippi. Jerry Hager, 8 is a good number. Yes, it is. Yo, my chair's falling over. I leaned back in it, and there's a hole in the ground the leg of the chair went into. Yeah, see, I'm sitting here, look at this. When we got here, there wasn't a single twig, not one stick floating on the water. Then after we got all the rods set up and got settled in here, then out of nowhere, this stuff all moved in. It's insane. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys could see all that junk floating out there. That stuff wasn't there when we started. This was just as smooth and as clear and perfect of a looking water. Man, that was a big old gar right there. He's tailing the top of the water. Uh-oh, uh-oh. What we got going on right there? Is that hung on a stick or is that a fish? Black Buddy just bit down pretty dang hard. What have I got on there? I've got a piece of mullet. There's I don't see a stick out there. That don't mean it ain't caught on something, but can y'all see that rod? Watch. Something's pulling it down low and slow. And I'm looking out there in the water. I do not see any sticks. That don't mean that there's not something under the water catching that hook though. Where's the line going to? It's going down right there. Man, something pulling down hard on that every now and then. See what's going on there. What is going on there? It pulled down 3 times real hard. That's almost like a flathead. I don't want to reel down on it just in case because I got a pretty big bait on there. And it may be something just have to hold the bait and not the hook. If he finds that hook and it sticks him in the jaw, that rod will go down real quick. And I'm still checking the top, the surface of the water. I do not see any sticks floating out there where that line goes in the water. So that could be a flathead eating on that. Whatever it is, he ain't eating on it now. And that's right about where I seen that big old gar too. It may be a gar. But gar generally don't pull a rod down that hard, not slowly. They'll jerk it real fast and let go. But to pull it down real slow and real hard, gar generally don't do that. Not saying they can't. Not saying they won't. I'm saying generally they don't. That sun is gonna come out. It's just gonna cook me. Shorn up. I'll keep an eye on that rod right there. Can't see the screen. Where's it at? It's right there. Okay. Let's sit up when we get back to the path too. Danny, you fishing where you keep falling on your butt, walking up and down the bank? Well, Lloydie, that's pretty much anywhere on the Mississippi River. Where I fish at, there's not a spot out here where I don't step on rocks and fall and land on my butt. That's every spot I fish. 100%. I'm gonna check that bait here in a minute. As hard as that pulled down that rod, he might have got that bait. Matter of fact, we'll check all the baits here in a little bit. I think that one pile sticks out there's caught on one of our lines. It's just sitting there not moving. That tells me it's probably caught. All right, we're gonna reel up. If I can get my leg over this rock here, there we go. I'm gonna go reel up that third line right there because it's pulled way up that way. I just don't like how that's sitting. If I can get out of this chair. Mm. No, that ain't caught on that rod. I don't know what the situation is there. I want to check that bait though. If I caught one of my other rods, it looks like it. Fish on. Well, he ate a whole shad, a big old freaking drum. Yeah, I went to check that rod and I started reeling and it started feeling a little heavy. And next thing I know, it took off running. He was on there. We didn't know it. That's that rod that was getting hit hard a while ago. He was tapping on it real hard. Didn't just quit. He just sitting there with that hook in his mouth. Either way, he's in. Let's go turn him loose. We'll cut up some bait, freshen those up. Hurt that area, Kelly. Yeah, he'd be all right. Yeah. Stinking drum ate big old giant chunk of shad on us. Yeah, I reeled up that one rod and it was tangled up in that green one was tangled up in the shorter one down there. And I sit there and got it untangled and set that rod down. And when I went to reel that one up, he started pulling like crazy. I'm like, okay, there's fish on here. I was really hoping it was going to be a catfish, but unfortunately it was a drum. And there goes that rod pulling down real hard again, real slow. Yeah, check that and see what's going on with it. I'm wanting to see him just wail on it though. It's pulling down slow like a flathead. It's not bouncing, it's just a steady, slow pull. There he goes again. Whatever it is, it's definitely got a hold of that bait. It could be a fish, it could be a log or a stick underneath the water there. I don't know. But there's nothing floating on top right there where that line is. I hope it's a big old giant flathead that just don't feel like moving a whole lot. And just sitting there just barely pulling down on it. There he goes. He's pulling down on it. Like I said, there's not a stick there, so not sure. We'll keep an eye on it. We may reel it up here in a little bit, see if what's on there is on there. You know what I'm saying? I want to give him plenty of time to eat on that bait if he's down there eating on that bait, though. Ain't no rush. We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Here comes a barge up the river. Now he's gonna break loose a bunch of trash upstream, and he may send a bunch of logs down our way. And if he does, this whole place right here is going to get ruined. It's going to have a whole bunch of trees and stuff floating there, and we won't be able to fish it anymore. It'll be way too much trash there. It's starting to build up a bunch now, but it's all smaller stuff that I can deal with. But if he goes up and breaks loose some big old trees and sends them down here, yeah, we'll have to reel up. But what we'll try to do is stay live, and we'll move to a different spot, not far from here. That's what we'll try to do. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see here. Where did I leave off at on the chat? Oh, well, you guys been busy while I was busy with that thing. How far back did it go? How far back? I might go up try to get something to drink here in a minute. Um, yeah, I done screwing around with that stupid fish. Lisa says once again, browser has your camera and mic blocked. That's kind of what it was doing to me on Restream last night when I was trying to go into Chris and Berlina's live stream. It wouldn't let me. It freaking wouldn't let me in there. It just absolutely. They probably fixed the thing where StreamYard and Restream aren't compatible. Oh man, that rod right there has got slack dropped all the way to the bank. We need to check that out real quick. Give me a second, and I'll come back. I'm behind on chat, but we got slack line in that rod right there. We got to check that out. Keep an eye on it. That's all you can do is keep an eye on it. Okay. God, I gotta find out someplace to sit this chair where. That gonna work? Maybe that'll work. Let me try that. It's a little better, I think. These freaking rocks all the way. Okay. That fish jumping down there in the middle of them two rods right there. I'm pretty sure those are going to be buffalo. Buffalo! Yeah, where were we? Lisa's talking about that. Yeah. Fishing Mid-South. What's up? Mr. Mike said, oh, he was down there underneath the bridge down there at Mississippi. Not Mississippi. Memphis. Memphis, Tennessee this morning. Uh, I popped in, said hi to Mike for a little bit, and then headed on over here. Don't know if he ever caught anything. He was I've been really proud of Mike lately, Mike Snow, fishing Mid-South. Dude, he has been putting on some really, absolutely amazing informational videos. Doing an absolute fantastic job. And usually what he's done in the past, he's just like, I'll call it the king of the trolls, because he'll go in there, man, he just screws with people. But if you go check out Fishing the Mid-South, he's been doing a lot of informational videos that you think, oh God, that sounds boring. It's not. Um, Dude, he does an absolutely fantastic job of it. Keeps it interesting, and you learn a bunch of stuff. If you guys haven't checked out Fishing the Mid-South, I suggest you go do it. River Cats Tackle, there's my boss man, Mr. John Cyclone. He's the one responsible for me having 4 out of 5 of these rods and reels out here right now. And he kept me in some pretty good gear. Let's see, Water Wilderness Pursuit. My rods kept doing that yesterday in White River. Swift current, it makes the leaves and trash build up on the line, and call tugging like that. Yeah, but I don't have a whole lot of trash on the bottom right now. It's all just debris on top. Because this has come up and flooded like 5 or 6 times already. And generally when it does that, it clears out all that lower vegetation stuff. But you'll still pick up some logs and sticks and stuff from the barges blasting the shoreline when they make turns on the river and stuff. Lloydie's is back. I'm thinking last time I saw you going back up to the car. Let's see, Berlina. Hello, John and Stephanie. Be right back on dinner. Oh, I read that a while ago and I just said he was back. He ain't back. He's just still left. 22 crappie barbecue. My brother Bobby. What's going on? Catfishing Fresno. Member of the Castaway crew. Fantastic bunch of guys. If you haven't checked out the Castaway crew, check them out. Usually on Possum Outdoors or John Oler Outdoors Fisherman. What is John Oler's channel name? I don't remember. I might go up and get something to drink here in a minute. Start to get a bit of the cotton mouth. Danny, what are you using for bait today? On the bottom 2 rods, right down there, we've got fresh cut shad, freshwater shad. On these other 3 rods, that first one there, I've got a mullet head. On the middle one, I've got a blue crab, and on Black Betty, I've got a mullet body. It's the body off of that mullet head that I threw on the other one. So we've got saltwater baits and we got freshwater baits. That's the whole point of the day, is to fish with both fresh and saltwater baits. John Oler Outdoors. That's what I thought. I was close. I was in the ballpark. But yeah, you can check out John Oler Outdoors or Possum Outdoors and catch the Castaway crew. If you go look at their channel, you can figure out their schedule pretty quick. Yeah, Bobby says the name of his channel is John Orr Talks Smack Outdoors. Well, he does do that. He's good at it too. And I hope scrolling through there I didn't skip anybody. If I did, I apologize. But hello and welcome in. Been live for, let me squint, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 47 seconds. And we've caught a drum. In a, if we don't start getting bites on those saltwater baits here in a minute, what we're going to do is we're going to bag that. I've got a fresh skipjack. We will chop that skipjack up and get it out there and just see is it they're not eating shad, they're not eating the saltwater baits, but we haven't tried skipjack yet. So we'll throw some skipjack on there. We may just put it on a couple of rods. Oh, I want to tap on that center one. What have I got on that? That's got blue crab on it. Something just bumped it. That blue crab is just about rotten and stinky though. So um, I don't know what's going to eat that. It's pretty nasty bait. I know I'm going to leave them here. I'm not taking them with me because they're ruined. They are not fresh at all. I think that log right there's got that rod. You see it jumping? Yeah, there it went. It popped off of it. Stick went floating by and caught the string. Pulled on it a little bit. Tell you what we'll do right now. We're going to reel up Black Betty because she's been bending down steady off and on, and it might have got its way over into a rock and got hung up. So we might be breaking her off when we reel up. But let's check her. Danny, how's the RCT reel performing? It is doing great, John. I just casted it out a second ago. It's right down there by that. It's leaning against that red cooler out there. But it caught it caught a couple of them sharks down there this week too. It did a real good job on them sharks. Matter of fact, the first shark we caught, the very first shark, was on that brand new RCT reel right there. The very first one. That's when we were up on panel on your Saltwater Guides channel, and we caught one shark on that show, and it was on that rod with that reel. That's the one that got it. Yeah, I'm starting to get a headache. I'm definitely going to have to go get something to drink here in just a second. I'll tell you what, let me go get something to drink. I'm going to bring my cooler down here, and I'll get a couple drinks, something, and kind of make sure I'm not getting dehydrated. And then we'll reel in Black Betty, and we're going to throw a skipjack head on there. That's what we'll put on her. I'm going to leave the blue crab on that rod and the mullet head on that rod for now. Whoa, then when a big old fish just jumped out the water down there. I have no idea what that was. That thing was friggin' huge, though. It was probably a buffalo or a carp, but man, it was big. If that was a buffalo or a carp, that was about a 40-pound fish. But they jump here a lot, though. See down that barge going by right there? He is fixing to stir up a whole lot of trash and send it floating up in here on us. All right, let me go get something to drink. I've got to get something to drink, guys. I'll be right back. I got a couple of live bluegills in that bucket, too. So we may put one of them on a hook here in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and set up my umbrella, I think. I will do that in a minute. But I'm going to set that umbrella up, get this sun off of me. Right now, we need something to drink. That's priority one. Priority number one right now is to get something to drink. Because start to get a freaking headache from it. Well, I about waited too long is what I did. I need to drink and hydrate. Oh. Oh, I start to feel better already. I just killed half a bottle of water in about 3 gulps. Gotta be careful too, though. I drink this water too fast, makes me nauseous. Did a couple quick chugs and get some water in me, and now we'll just start sipping it occasionally. Just keep sipping that water. All right. And let's see here. What did I miss? Okay, there's where I left off. Danny, how's the reel performing? It's performing great. 920 carp. John, did you see that hook set on the channel cat, the top lip and lower tooth patch? Sewed his mouth shut. I saw it. Yeah, that hook sewed his mouth shut. I was watching when he did that. I've had that happen to me several times. We'll be eating on the bait, and I'd reel down on it, and it'd go through his bottom jaw and pop out the top of his head. It'd actually catch you from underneath. The hook wasn't actually in his mouth. He was chewing on the bait, and the hook was positioned just right that it went through the bottom of his jaw into his mouth and then popped out the top of his head and basically just locked his jaw shut. I've had that happen a couple times. Mad County Fishing, Ethan. And Ethan usually he fishes with me every Sunday, but he got a promotion at work, so he's going to be working 6 days a week now. With Sunday being his only day off, it doesn't give him a whole lot of time for fishing because he has to keep up with all this stuff he's got to do around the house too. But I talked to him this morning. We may start doing I'll get a hold of him and we may do a show every now and then on Saturday night. Uh, I don't do a whole lot of Saturday night shows anymore because I have a tendency to get out there and not know when to go home. And I stay out too daggum late. And then I got to get up Sunday morning and do the River Cats Tackle RCT Sunday. So staying out there all night on Saturday night's not an option for me anymore. I'm not spraying chicken anymore. Used to, I could do it. Now it just takes too much out of me. Any of you delivery food? I'm in the middle of Hoover starving. Hey, I fished down at when I was in Destin, Florida. Is that Sticks got that? Yeah, but Big Paul Sticks has got that middle rod right there. See, I told you that barge shoved that crap right over here, and now it's caught up right in it. But I was fishing at Destin, Florida. We were out on the beach, and I was starving to death. And this guy walked by, and I said, man, I'm freaking hungry. He goes, you can order pizza and they'll deliver it right here on the beach. You just got to tell them exactly where you're at. You have some kind of landmark or something, or you tell them where your vehicle's parked and what the license plate number is, and they'll drive down through that street looking for that. You tell them, I'm driving a white pickup, and my license plate number is blah, 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 blah. And they'll drive down through there looking at white pickup trucks, and they'll look for that license plate number, and they'll park there by your vehicle, and you be there waiting on them, or you run up there and see them, and they deliver pizza right there onto the beach, man, and it was freaking awesome. It worked great many a times. Steak, pie, cauliflower, broad beans, string beans, new potatoes, something, Lloyd's. Well, thank you for that. Now it's worse. I got pork shoulder and a smoker. Should be done about 4. I'm trying to figure out the math. How long would it take me to get there? He'll have it eat before I get there. All right, we're gonna have to reel up that rod for sure because it's got a big pile of sticks on it right down there. See it sticking up past the end of that log? That's what's caught on that rod right there. That barge just sent a bunch of trash right at us. The news has been just heartbreaking. I see. Wait a minute, Danny. If you catch anything with a tag on it, do you need to keep it because they'll have rewards on it. You don't get a whole lot of tag fish on the Mississippi River. Now, that being said, I'm not saying there's not tag fish on the Mississippi River because they used to do the Bass Pros Big Cat Quest tournament. They did that here in the town of New Madrid. The Twisted Cat tournament still does it here. But when they did that Bass Pro tournament, they would tag every fish that was caught and release it. And so there was some big catfish caught in that tournament that's out there right now that's got tags on them. The news has been heartbreaking. What news is she talking about? Oh, y'all was talking about Texas. Oh, I saw that this morning. That is terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I saw that this morning. There was some kids' camp or something that got flooded out too, and I think a bunch of kids drowned in that. It's absolutely just heartbreaking. All right, let me reel that rod up. I'm gonna fix that one, get that crap off there, and then we're gonna cut up skipjack. And we'll probably take that crab off of that one, and we're gonna take the mullet off of Black Betty, and we're gonna put skipjack on both of them. Let's try that. First off, I get to the stick. That's that rod that was getting pulled down real hard over and over again. The bait's gone. That had a piece of mullet on it. Yeah, the bait is gone off of that one. Let's put skipjack on these two and get them back out there. All right. Big old skipjack head on that one. I have that thought right there. Oh man, I should have put live bluegill on one of them hooks. I got a live bluegill right here. I think the one we need to put the live bluegill on is probably that green rod right there. That's close to the bank where all the rocks and the logs and stuff are piled up. Because that's where a flathead will be hanging out. Give me a second to recoup, and then I'll go back down there and I'll put that live bluegill on that one. Okay. Let's see. Thoughts of families in Texas. Danny, would the Hellcat rod be good for catfishing? Well, my granddaughter's got a Hellcat rod. She does pretty good with it. Um, you know, my thing is though, my favorite, my favorite rod that I have right now, as far as catfishing rods, specifically for catfish, is the 10 foot bait caster from Ancient Mariner, which I have two of those out right now. Um, I like those because they're really long. Now, my favorite 7 foot 6 rod, I'm going with the J&S Signature Series from River Cats Tackle because I love the design of them. Uh, they've got they got a sensitive tip, but I tell you what, those things have got the power that you need to handle a big, 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 big fish. Uh, Miss V, Berlina, on here, just last week, I think it was, caught a 60 something, 60+ pound flathead, and she whooped the crap out of that fish with that rod. I mean, he tried to take off and go where he wanted to go, and she grabbed that rod and said, "No, we're not doing that. You're going where I'm telling you to go." And that's the rod that she fought that fish on. It's got all the power you'll need plus a lot more. So as far as best catfish rod that we have, it's the J&S Signature Series. Now, that being said, I like the 10 footer because I like the longer rods, get distance out there casting and stuff. But the absolute hands down, if you ask me which rod should I buy, I'm going to tell you the J&S. The J&S is the one to go with. It's all around, uh, got everything you need for catfishing. You're not that there's nothing about that rod that you'll ever need that it doesn't got. Simple as that. It's got everything you need and more. That's the one to go with. Does say something about that, Mike? Berlina, absolutely say something about it. Or did I already tell all your secrets? Yeah, Berlina's going to write you a big long thing. There's a lot of what I just said is what she's going to say, but she's caught as of right now. Berlina's caught bigger fish with the J&S than I have. I've got a few sharks, but they weren't near as big as that flathead she caught. So her experience with that rod, you can you can absolutely listen to what she says because she's got video to prove it. She can back it up. Mine at this point is opinion on basically on how the rod handles, how it feels, and sweat bee got me. Dadgummit. I thought that was a regular old bug. I went to smash him in my arm and he stung the snot out of me. I hate freaking sweat bees. Oh, you little cotton picker. Dadgummit, he got me. Stung by a All right, so as of right now, we've only got one rod out that has saltwater bait on it. The rest of them are all freshwater now. You've got shad on the two down at the bottom. The very, very middle rod has a mullet head on it. And the two up here at the top have got skipjack. And we're going to swap out that one rod down there. We're going to take that shad off there and put a live bluegill on it. Give that a shot. While these bluegill are still alive before they die. I don't have the aerator running on them. There's only like 4 of them in that bucket, so they're holding up pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna take this bluegill down there and put him on while he's still flopping and happy and feeling good about himself. I'll be right back. All right, then. All right, see if anything will eat that live bluegill. I'm hoping a big old giant flathead gets that thing. Yep, but every time I climb that hill, I'm out of breath. All right, let me back up here. Um, okay, yeah, I'll see what Verlina said. No, I've tried many rods because I have medical issues. I even checked out the Hellcat. Nothing against them, but their rod is heavy. I can read, y'all. It's just I'm having to squint to see the screen. Nothing against them, but their rod is heavy and too much bend, allowing for fish to have too much control. And there you go. Mike Lockhart. Danny, Ed Evans has a Hellcat rod in that drawing on Wednesday night. Yes, he does. And he's paired it up with, he paired that Hellcat up with with Ancient Mariner Albatross 6,000 reel. He's giving away a 6,000. And I promise you can't go wrong with that reel. I've got see two of them out there. Right there, two rods down there. No, I got three of them out. There's two Albatross 6,000s down there, one Albatross 6,000 right there. And as you can see, they cast as smooth as butter. I mean, I'm slinging them out there. I can sling them as hard as I want or as gentle as I want, and they're going to put that bait right where I'm wanting it to go. Rebel River Cats. Hello, everyone. Hey, Rebel, what's going on? There's Lloydie's back. And just like that, we're caught up with chat again. We've got 35 people watching on YouTube, 11 on Facebook. Oh, that breeze is helping, y'all, but this sun is just cooking me. And if I wasn't fat, I'd take off my shirt and show you my back. I've got skin peeling off me like a snake. I got sunburned really bad down in Mississippi, and my back is just tore up. The skin's just peeling off of me. And when that skin peels off, leaves a real sensitive skin underneath your shirt. And when your shirt rubs on it, it's kind of painful. It's just raw. See, been live for an hour and 47 minutes. Hour 48, excuse me. And we'll sit here for a little while. We'll figure out what our plan for today is. If this sun gets any hotter than what it is right now, we'll probably only go for 2, maybe 3 hours. Because sitting out here in this crap is just not good for me. It's not good for me at all. It's not good for anybody. Danny is shedding. I am. I pulled my shirt off at the house, and my wife, I turned and was walking away. She goes, "Oh my God, it's what's your back?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Your skin is all coming off your entire back." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I thought it felt kind of funny." Yeah, I got burnt pretty bad down there. Oh. Yeah, a stick grabbed a hold of that rod. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. That rod there was jerking real hard, and I looked down. The first thing I do is look in the water and make sure, is there a stick down there? And I looked down, and sure enough, there was a stick caught on line, and it popped off there. But it had that line, it had that rod jerking, and it's probably going to get, them two sticks right there is probably going to get them, one of those rods at least over there. We'll see. It's heading right for them. It's coming right at us. I think it's going to catch that second rod down there. Looks like it. Yep, he bumped it. Did he make it past it? No, he made it past it. Oh, God. Oh, look at the size of that freaking log floating right there. I need to go down and catch that thing for it. It's going to get all my rods. That's a big chunk of wood floating there. And it's just going to keep coming by, keep coming by. It's caught in that eddy. It's going to go circles around here. Well, I got to find some place to fish for more shade. Sitting in the sun's just ridiculous. The insanity of it. Let's see. Danny, would the fall be really good for catfishing? Absolutely. The fall is my favorite time of year for catfishing. It is not only would it be good, it is the best time for catfishing. If you want to get on good catfish, and big quality catfish in quantities of them, a lot of catfish and a lot of big ones. The fall time to me is the best time. Yeah, that big log got that green rod. There it goes. And that's got a live bluegill on it. What's going to do is he's going to drag around there and he's going to cause that bluegill to pop off that hook. That log has absolutely got that green rod, that big log that floated by. Did it come off of it? I think it did. Sometimes you get lucky and the line just slides over that log and then flips right over it and falls right back in the water. And I think we avoided that situation. Yeah, but fall time, that is the best time around here to catch catfish. And I'm talking about lots of catfish and big catfish. Hands down, best time ever. Okay. Let's see. It's the first nice feeling when that skin comes off, but you gotta moisturize. Keep it from drying out. Well, my skin peels off. It's just like got that pink skin underneath there that's just raw. And your shirt rubs on it, and it feels like somebody's just scratching the crap out of you. Oh, there's a nice little breeze. That helps some. And let's see, Gray Wolf. Well, Danny, do you have a pop-up canopy? Yes, I do. Um, I've got a really big one that I got from John and Kimberly Order. We used it down in Mississippi this last week. It's just on this. If you look, this bank is all unlevel and hard to. I mean, imagine trying to carry that 10-foot canopy down here in all this. You see what I'm sitting in the middle of here? You see all this crap? It's really hard to set a canopy up in that. I got dead trees all around me. They're everywhere. I'm sitting right smack dab in the middle of a pile of dead trees. Well, our logs kind of cleared out a little bit, but don't worry, they'll be back. Now, I've got a couple spots I could go and fish where I'll be in the shade, but I don't know if I'll have phone signal there. So we're going to tough it out here for a little while. If it starts getting a little bit too rough with the heat, then I'll go ahead and shut it down. Now, I'll probably still go fishing. I'll go check out a couple spots and see if I can find a spot that's a little bit more shady, a little better. And if I got signal, I'll go live again. If not, then I'll just fish and turn the camera on. See if I can't get something. No bluegill right there. Got a couple of them in there, just too daggum small for bait. I'm gonna throw them in the river. I'm gonna turn you loose. Bye. He's gone. Threw him out there and got rid of him. He took off too. He's gone. But I guarantee a big old fish gonna eat him. But at least he's got a fighting chance. He's in the water swimming. That green rod right there just got a stick on it. Oh, it popped off. There you go. It's gone. Let's see. Get a large umbrella, Danny. You mean like that? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I brought it down with me. We can try to set it up real quick. Let's see if it does us any good. You're pretty smart, Lloydies. Get a large umbrella, huh? Well, all I can say to that is, uh, I wish I'd have thought of that. About knocked y'all over with the umbrella. Yeah, umbrella would be a good idea, Lloydies. I wish you'd have said something before I got here. Just getting it to set up here. There we go. I got to hold it up with my leg, though, so that's kind of uncomfortable. All right, now, you talking about something kind of like that? Yeah, that would have been a great idea if I would have thought of it. Yeah, sometimes I just don't think, though, because it would have been really smart for me to bring a big umbrella. Unfortunately, though, I'm just never thinking. I bet Lloydie's going, what a smart ass. uh, yeah, let's see. Where was that at before I did all that dumb stuff? Mike Lockhart. Danny, what type of reel would be good for the Hellcat rod? I just told you. If you're wanting a Hellcat rod and you're just dead set on it, the reel that Ed Evans is giving away, he's giving away. He's giving away a Hellcat rod. He's giving away an Albatross 6000 Ancient Mariner. Okay, if you go look at that reel that Ed's giving away, that's the reel I'm telling you that's the best reel you could put on that thing, in my opinion. I'm a bit biased because I've got like six of them. I got six of the Albatross 6000s, and I've got six of the original Ancient Mariner 6000s, and I use them all. But that reel that Ed Evans is giving away is the reel I'm talking about. So if you're lucky, you win the rod and the reel. I don't know if he's doing that as a combo or if he's giving them away separately. I don't know. But if you're lucky, you'll win both of them. But what I'm saying to you now is if you win that Hellcat rod, if that's what you want, okay, which is fine. If that's what you want, I would buy me an Albatross 6000, Ancient Mariner, Albatross 6000 reel and slap on that. Like I said, my granddaughter, she's got a Hellcat rod, and she's got an Albatross 6000 on it. That's the reel she wants on it. Let's see. Protection is better than nothing. Use your dumbass brain, Dave. Well, that's why I brought it down here, but I get busy. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get to it eventually. I brought it down here and I said, you know what? Before it gets real, real, real bad, I'll pop that umbrella up. But we had that canopy up down in Mississippi all week. And man, it was great. It worked perfectly. Except for one day when the wind was blowing really, really hard, and we had to hurry up and take it down before it blew it off into the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, I'm sorry. Or your choice. You call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it Gulf of America. I usually just say Gulf Coast just to avoid the argument. Yeah, that wind's catching this umbrella and trying to take off like a parachute. Let's see. Bride B, catfishing. What up, fart sniffers, listening and driving? Man, I ain't caught nothing but a stinking drum today. He ate one of my shad. That's one of my good shad, too. That was my favorite shad, and he ate it. They always go for your best bait. The one you got, your best bait for catfish is the one that the drum will eat because you're trying to catch catfish on it. Yeah, I don't know how long we'll be able to hold this umbrella up. This wind is trying to take off with it. Yeah, the umbrella's a good idea if the wind ain't blowing. Right now, I'm having to hold on to it. If I get a fish on the line, I'm going to have to close it up and lay it down before I run and grab the rod. Because this wind is absolutely catching this umbrella. It's getting too hard to hold on to. Yeah, freaking headache's getting worse. But I woke up with this headache. So, Rod Fox, get you a piece of gas pipe close to some same diameter as the umbrella, and then you can tap a pipe in the ground. Yeah, I did that with a piece of well, you see those little rod holders I got down there? It's a PVC pipe with a piece of rebar on it. But I didn't bring but 2 of those with me, Dan, and I need them for the rods. Oh man, this wind keeps catching this umbrella. See, if you stick that umbrella in that pipe, this wind's just gonna pick it up and get it out of there too. It's gonna take off with it. So yeah, the umbrella's keeping the sun off of me, but I'm having to hold on to it. Oh, what's that rod they're doing? Is it a stick on it? Yeah, there's a stick on it. Dadgummit. I had to look over that log and see it. I saw it bending down. I thought, finally, we got a good fish pulling down, but it's not. It's a freaking stick. Got a stick on the rod. I can't see that big rod either with this umbrella. That stick still got that rod. He's fixed to start pulling down. That's just a log caught on it. Come off her. Come off her. All right, the big one came off of it. The little one's still stuck on it. Let's see. It's 1:13. I started a little after 11. Been live for 2 hours, and I'm melting like butter. Yeah, it's getting pretty hot. This is actually the hottest part of the day right now. Around 2 o'clock, it's just unbearable. And unless these fish start biting, we're probably gonna pack it up and get out of here. Because there are several people that usually fish with me on Sunday, but I told every one of them, I said, man, it's gonna be hot. Uh, if y'all don't want to come out there and fish or come up on panel and fish, trust me, I understand. Because the only reason I'm out here right now is because I'm pretty much committed to this time slot. I picked the worst dadgum time on Sunday to do a show, the hottest part of the day. And it's also the time of the day when the fish, it's the time of day when the fish bite the least. It is the worst time to fish. And that's the time that I picked. Why, you ask? I don't know. And to me, it's when you do catch something this time of day, it's way more impressive. I like to fish in the worst conditions I can find. Makes it way more challenging. I fish at times when people would go out there and look at the water and go, nope, not today. I'm not doing it. And I'm like, screw it, I'll do it. Got a lot of people come look at the spots I'm in right now and this time of day, and they go, man, you couldn't pay me to sit out there and fish right now. I'm like, well, I'll do it for free. Let's see here. Yeah. I read that already. Let me see here. Danny, would September be really good for catfishing? Let's see. Yeah. It's gonna be hot. That anytime after the spawn is over, it's always better. But to me, uh, August is August, September, October. Those 3 months right there, August, September, and October. That's when I catch. Uh, I got the best chance of catching a lot of catfish and a really good catfish. Oh, is there a stick on that or something getting that bluegill? That's acting like a fish. I don't think it's a stick. I don't know. That's maybe a fish. I gotta put the umbrella down, guys. I think that's a fish. Oh, did we lose him? Oh, there it goes. Well, I'm pretty sure that was a gar. He pulled down real hard, and I grabbed it and reeled down on him. And he was fighting me and fighting me. And then he just let go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a gar. All right, I got a dead bluegill here. Let's put it on there. Yeah, I think that was a gar. He was sure banging on it, though. He's wearing that rod out. Let's go throw bluegill out again. Oh, man, I chased her umbrella down. It took off blowing. Oh, I just flipped that umbrella over my shoulder and let it go. Yeah, I'm almost certain that was a gar from the way he did it, because he was pulling and pulling and pulling, and then when I started reeling on him, he was fighting real hard. Then all of a sudden, he just let go. Them gar will hold on to that bait. When they start feeling you pulling on it real hard, they'll open their mouth and just let it go. And it's hard to hook them because they got all them teeth and that hard bony jaw. All right, where was we at? Get some empty sandbags. Fill in your pitch with. So now you want me to, okay. All right, here's the dealio. Do you see these rocks and stuff I'm climbing up and down, and I'm staggering and falling, and it's all I can do to get up there? Now you want me to carry sandbags up and down the bank, along with the rods and the reels and the tripod and the and the camera and the chair and the bait bucket, and now I got to carry sandbags too. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. You're not going to see me out here toting sandbags up and down the bank. I get it. Probably a good idea for holding an umbrella, but not a good idea for me if I got to carry them. That ain't happening. Nope. I'll die of sunstroke before you see me carrying sandbags. I will die of sunstroke if you see me carrying sandbags up and down this bank. Forget that. Yeah, what's a sandbag weigh? A full sandbag? What about 40, 50 pounds? Like I want to throw that on my shoulder and carry it down here. Hell no. Lance Makuga, the Hawaiian fisherman. And you guys make sure you tune in later this evening. It's 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern for the River Cats Tackle Talk Show on the Lance Makuga Hawaiian Fisherman Channel. It's all part of the River Cats Tackle Sunday. Buck Williams. Drive by thumbs up. Well, thank you, Buck. I appreciate it. Everybody saying hi to Lance. Empty sandbags, Danny. Read it, David. Reusable sandbags. I don't want to sit down here and fill up sandbags. I'm in the freaking sun. I carried all this gear down here. Now you want me to use my hand to fill them up? Because if not, guess what else? I got to carry empty sandbags. Now I got to bring a shovel. You're just adding to all the stuff I got to carry. I try to keep it as light as possible. There's a lot of work getting down here in these spots. You see that bank? That ain't fun to climb up and down. Them old shifty rocks slip out from under your feet and you fall, roll your ankle, land on your back and get hurt. I ain't carrying nothing I don't have to carry. I'll just come down here and fish. When it gets too hot, I'll go home. Look out here trying to get me to fill up sandbags and stuff. Put me to work, man. You ain't got enough to do. Bring a shovel and some sandbags and fill up sandbags. I ain't saying it ain't a good idea. I'm saying it ain't a good idea for me. Danny, fill them when you get to the spot you're sitting in. Filled with rocks. See, y'all don't get it. I'm out here relaxed. I ain't looking to do a whole lot of extra work. Anything that you do that's adding work to this just turns me off. I use them while beach fishing. Well, good for you. Does this look like a beach full of sand to you? And I got to pick up these rocks and put them in there? No, appreciate the tip. I'm going to pass on that one, though. I'll just hold on to my umbrella like this. If I catch a fish, I'll throw it. I'll throw it behind me where it won't blow into the river. And then I'll pick it up when I get back. Look like Mary Poppins. Ah, Mary Poppins, y'all. La 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 la. Right there. That's where it goes. Whew. You know what I'm saying? I'll just hold on to it. If I catch a fish, I'll pitch it over my shoulder like this. I'll just let it lay down. But until then, I got the hold of it. Works just fine. There's a stick caught on that rod right there messing with me too. I wasn't planning on being out here but a couple hours a day anyway, so the whole point's mute. But I tell you what, this hot part of the year, I may start bumping my show back to Lance's show starts at 6 o'clock my time. I may start doing my show from 3 to 6 or 4 to 6, and just end my show when Lance's starts. Or hell, I can do mine from 4 to 6 and just pop up on Lance's show when it starts. I may start doing that. That's why he carries a brawly. It was like an unback. Uh, I guess it's like a backpack with an umbrella on it. I don't know. There's a piece of mud up inside this handle of this cotton picking umbrella. Yeah, get that out of there. Yeah, I may start rescheduling my Sunday show. I've been thinking about that. So if I went live at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it would give me more time to get ready every day. I wouldn't have to get up so early. I'd miss stand day because I'm not going to go out there and fish stand day in the mornings and then sit around all day waiting on 4 o'clock. So that means I'd have to stop doing stand day. And that's part of the reason I do my show at the time that I do is because I can go on right after stand day's over. But to me right now, it'd probably make more sense if I did my show at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And if the fishing's good, I can just pop up on Lance's show at 6 o'clock, fish for 2 hours, and then do that right there. I don't know. I'll think about that. H. Lee Osborne. Good afternoon, Danny. Hey, chat. Let's see. Mike Lockhart. Danny, I have pool league practice this evening. Well, do good, buddy. Get her in practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice, practice, practice. See, it's 1:29. Been live for 2 hours and 18 minutes. 1:29 my time. I'm probably gonna shut this down at 2 o'clock because this heat's just really unbearable, y'all. And I think like I said, I'm gonna talk to my wife and do some thinking on it. I may start scheduling my shows on Sunday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and just shut it down when Lance comes on. And if I'm catching a lot of fish, I'll just pop up on Lance's show. I think that's what we're going to start doing. So we're going to have a time change on the Danny Stone Outdoor Show. It's going to be later in the afternoon. I pretty much sat here and made my mind up on it. I think that's a good idea. See, that's another thing, this umbrella, though. Yeah, it gets the sun off of you, but it's blocking the wind, the breeze that blows on me that keeps me cool, too. So even though you get the sun off of you, now you don't got the cool breeze no more. It takes it away from you. Oh. All right. Yep. Let's go 29 more minutes. And then I'm gonna pack it up. I'm gonna go look I'm gonna go look around on the river and see if I find a shady spot that the fishing is not going to be all messed up by all these logs and sticks floating by. And we'll try something different. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here at 2 o'clock my time. That's 29 minutes from now. 28 point something minutes. It's getting freaking hot. And I don't need Berlina chewing my ass because I stayed out here in this heat neither. And she will. She'll message me and just give me hell. Then he had, let's see what it say. Michael, I had 3 pool league trophies sitting above my TV right now. Well, you got 3 more than I got. I got a whole bunch of custom made pool sticks. It's just stuck in the closet and I haven't touched them in 15 years. Yep. There's 3 things I do nowadays. Well, wait a minute. There's 4. I work and I eat and I sleep and I fish. That's it. There's no time in there for anything else. So yeah, I used to play pool a lot, but it just I don't have the time to put in fishing and playing pool. You just got to pick one thing most of the time if you're gonna put a lot of effort into it. Oh man, this headache's killing me. Feeling tired too. Quit whining, Danny. Just ride the clock out. Go for 27 more minutes, and you'll be all right. I'm gonna fire a truck up, turn the air conditioner on, and go look for some different spots, preferably in the shade and away from all these floating logs and sticks and stuff. Ugh. Ain't funny how sitting in that heat makes you tired too. I thought we had an extension for this handle on this cotton picking umbrella. I don't know where it went to. Yeah. Oh yeah. I need a nap. I'm quite exhausted right now. I'm gonna leave a bunch of this bait laying on top of this log right there, so all the eagles and stuff can come down here and eat it. I got a cooler full of bait that have been sitting out here in this sun, and it ain't worth taking home and refreezing it. It won't be no good. But I can lay it on that log, and the eagle would absolutely just love it. They'll swoop down here and eat the crap out of that. Hey. Oh crap, man! I about fell asleep. I was sitting there, and head leaned over a little bit, and the eyes was going shut on me. Hmm. Uh, let's see here. What did it say? No. Mary Mercifer, what's up, sis? all the way from Ontario, Canada. Good to see you. I'm gonna go for 24 more minutes, you guys, and I'm gonna pack it up. I'm at least gonna go look around some and get in the air conditioner truck, get all this freaking heat. Lance McCouga, I was a pool hall rat from 6 years old until mid 20s. When a 6-piece mahogany stick has also had pure ivory handles. Nice. Uh, Michael Grumpy Vet. Danny, no one would blame you if you rolled up. Vacation takes a lot out of it. I know, dude, it does. That all that driving, and then we were just there wasn't no downtime. Um, we got very little sleep at night and was up early every day, running and doing stuff, and was going to bed late at night, and then driving all the way from Mississippi back to Missouri. That takes a lot out of you too. Oh God, I was exhausted by the time I got home Friday. Then helped a little 3-year-old boy catch his first largemouth bass on July 3rd. Yeah, you told me about that. I remember you telling me about that. Pack it up, go home, relax. I will. I got 23 more minutes and I'll do it. Did you catch anything? I caught a drum. I had a big piece of shad out there, fresh shad. I was hoping the catfish would find that fresh bait that I just caught this morning. And a stinking drum ate it. That was so disappointing when that drum ate that fresh bait. I was counting on a catfish eating that. But yeah, I think the time change would probably be better. I mentioned it a while ago, but I'm thinking I'm going to start doing my show at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my time, and just go right up till Lance does his show at 6, my time. And I think that's going to work better for me. This middle of the day in the hot, hot summer, um, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, out here fishing in the hottest part of the day is not a good idea. So we're going to make a few changes. Now, once it starts cooling off, we might start doing the mornings after a stand day again. But for now, we're going to probably bump it back to 4 in the afternoon. And even then, it's still pretty hot, but it's not as bad as it is from 2 to 4. Or from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock is about the hottest part of the day here. Ugh. Oh, it's okay, Mary. Heck, I just like hanging out on the river anyway. If you know me, uh, I'm out here every Sunday, no matter what. Every Sunday, I'm on this river. And then sometimes we're fortunate enough that we can catch a bunch of fish. Ugh. Yep, I'm getting sleepy for sure. I may actually pull that truck up into them woods over there and lean the seat back, take a little nap before I go home. I don't like driving when I'm sleepy. What am I hitting with that umbrella? That's aggravating. Believe it or not, I started to go carp fishing today. I found a really, 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 really good carp spot that'd be real easy to catch carp. And I talked myself out of it because I just don't do a lot of carp fishing. Uh, I gotta adjust my hearing aids here. Hold on a second. They're acting up on me. There's a bunch of these dang crows flying around all of a sudden. Uh, oh. Oh. I just realized I gotta go back to work tomorrow after being off for a week. Oh, that sucks. Actually, I was off for 9 days straight. Let's see. Yeah, I had rain this morning. I mean, big old giant drops of rain. The rain drops the size of quarters. At one time, I had to pull off the side of the road. You couldn't, with the windshield wipers turned on high, it couldn't knock the rain off the water, off the windshield fast enough that you could see. I had to pull over and stop till the rain passed. Couldn't even see the drive. Ugh. Let's see, Mother Nature can't figure out who she wants to fry us or drown us. That's true. Tuesday evening, gonna go looking for some 15-inch smallmouth bass for Wednesday morning. Storm's fired back up west of you. Really? Well, probably a good idea to get out of here early then. Got 17 more minutes, guys. 17 more minutes. I am going to go look at some more spots, but I'm just going to look at them. We may throw out one or two rods, but I'm not going to go live on it unless I start like fish just start slamming the rods. This wind's just whipping this umbrella all over the place. Where's the end of that thing? At the right side of it. There it is. That's the way it's supposed to sit right there. Oh, my vision's getting blurry. I can't see nothing. What the crap? Oh, it's getting hard to hold on to. There, that's better. Lean it behind me and set it on them two logs. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start packing this stuff up. Let's do it. First off, the wind's getting strong enough. I gotta go ahead and break that umbrella down. All right, we're getting rid of the umbrella because I'm fixing to start packing stuff up. Roll this dang thing up. Good grief. Trying to put this monstrosity back in the bag. Get in there. Getting ready. Getting ready to pack it up. Packing it up and getting out of here. And yeah, it ain't no wonder that everybody got a hold of me and said, man, I just don't know about fishing that time tomorrow. It's going to be freaking hot. And I said, yes, it is. It absolutely is. That guy, my little bluegill still in there alive. What the crap? I'm going to start carrying some of this stuff up the truck. Y'all can watch them rods. You know, maybe a miracle will happen and one of them will go down. We'll see. First thing I gotta do is get that one off that stick. Oh, my foot's numb. Get off her stick. There, get that stick off there. Wow, come on. What the world? Was that me? That wasn't me. Something just banged the crap out of that rod. Was that me? How'd I get a knot tied that? What? There. I'm going to go ahead and carry some of this stuff up to the truck. Those. Oh. All right. Already carried my chair up, so catfish and coffee. Hey, Danny and Chad. I'm exhausted, dude, and I'm frying. I got everything carried up to the truck except for the. I got 4 rods to carry up. But see if I can find a spot. I carried my chair up there too. Let's see if I can figure out how to get comfortable here. Phew, God. Some of that bait I just dumped out stinks. That stuff is past. It's past its expiration. Yeah, it's sat in that hot cooler. I had no ice on. I exhausted, but having my mom here all weekend. I bet, dude. Man, anytime you got parent that's going through health issues, um, it's way harder on them because they've got the health issues, but the stress and all the extra effort you have to take in taking care of them, which is what we do because we love them. It's not something that we're complain about. It's just something that they took care of us when we was little. You got to take care of them when they're old. But it takes a toll on you emotionally and physically, without a doubt. But I'm definitely going to switch my time for my show. I'm gonna get a hold of the River Cats tackle crew, have a talk with them. Hang on, let me see here. Looks like you're home, bud. Yeah, I'm back on the Mississippi River. All right, let me flip this around here. Camera front. I'll turn it that way because I don't like that. I don't like that vertical crap. I'm a horizontal kind of person. Shoot, man, it don't take long for that. I had a bunch of saltwater baits with me, and boy, sitting in the sun, they get ripe a lot faster than freshwater baits do. I'm telling you. Uh, I had one little ice pack in there that's already melted, and so that bait's not exactly fresh. I'm gonna stop and throw a casting net at the spillway dam because I may throw a couple rods out at a spot on the way home. There's no phone signal there at all, so I'm not gonna be going live. But I'll roll camera and see if I can't get something to happen. Fish for maybe another hour, then head on home. But I'm definitely gonna sit in the truck under the air conditioner for a little bit first, get cooled off, drink another bottle of water, and get right. But yeah, we're back home on the Mississippi River, sitting on a log like a big old frog. I gotta wash my hands. Touch them baits. It stinks. Oh man, it stinks so bad. But I'm gonna get on up out of here, you guys. And like I said, I'm gonna talk to River Cats Tackle Crew. I think, especially while it's hot this time of year, I'm gonna start doing my show at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that'll give me a 2 hour show, so I'm not out there just killing myself. And run right up to 6 o'clock in the afternoon with Lance McCoo guys, River Cats Tackle Talk Show, the River Cat Tackle Chat, I believe is what we call it. I can't think right now. My kids and rods to pick up, right? Yeah, and potholes, camera, and that's it. All right, y'all. There's gonna be low energy, but here it comes. Hang on, I'll catch my breath. Try to get some energy into it. Let's see. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today, man. This really sucks. We're out here in the hottest part of the day and the worst time for the fish to be biting. And you got logs floating all over the river. But you know, it don't matter because we're always going to go to the river and hang out with you guys, fishing on fish, no matter what fishes we're going to do because it's what we love doing. It just, as far as the fishing part of it goes, yeah, uh, the it's less than stellar conditions, but when the rubber hits the road, it really don't matter to me. I'm gonna be over here hanging out anyway, and just enjoying the time on the river. What you got? What the hell was that? If it was an alligator, it's a big old log. Let's fix it. It'd been an alligator. It'd been something because we don't have alligators up here. You're my brothers, you're my sisters, you're my catfish family. God bless each and every one of you because you know that Danny Stone loves you. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everybody. God bless y'all. And I love you. I'm tired. I'm hot. And I'm going home. Well, that's a lie. You know I'm not going home. I'm going somewhere cool, though, on this river. I promise you that for at least another hour. Talk later. Bye.